on moving, get it on film. Put my coat way above the brown. I wanna got a cup with all white.
Welcome to the channel, Live Fast Ikky. Before we get this video started, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell hit that bell notification in the bottom. But before we get it started, I kind of want to thank the people that have been watching thus far, as far as the prologue and the episode 1 of Live Fast Ikky. Today is going to be a little different. We're gonna have a clip from the day before yesterday, just because of the fact that I did go to the tattoo shop, and that's gonna be towards this episode. I'm thinking most likely I'll be going to the shop today. Don't know for sure. I do have plans today to take you guys to the Dallas Art Museum, as I promised. I do like to fill my promises here on this channel, just so you guys know for a fact that I'm not your average YouTuber, Mr. Kenshin. But all love to Mr. Kenshin. All love to Mr. Kenshin. Don't want to get blacklisted too early. So, I want to say, as far as right now with this whole episode, it will be a mixture of the art museum and the tattoo shop, just depending on if we hear anything today from the mentor. Other than that, I will be definitely showing you guys more artwork today, what I've sketched over, the past few months here. Other than that, we're gonna kind of get this video started. We're gonna have a little walk in the creek. Other than that, this is my mentor, Miss V, or Vishanti. Met her while I was working at McDonald's, and I'm gonna let her tell y'all the story.
Story time.
I'm gonna let her tell y'all the story, because that one is always a funny one.
Okay, so I was in McDonald's one day getting food because I work late often, and McDonald's was one of the few things open, and getting me one of those good old $5 whatever. Anywho, so we were definitely going through the motions on getting the order done, and he was disgruntled by this point as an employee, and that's fine. That's kind of where I wanted him. And he was so busy that I had to park so he can bring my food to me. And I could just see him just grumble, delivering all the food to everyone. So when I got my food, I was just like, hey, and I was like, do you hate your job enough yet? And he was just like, yeah. And I was just like, are you ready to take tattooing seriously? And he was like, yeah. And I was just like, all right.
Why the fuck you lying?
Like
You totally sounded like
I did not.
grumble. And so, of course, realizing that McDonald's is the worst thing to work at, probably. I don't know, I've never worked at it. But it seems awful, so all the joy was gone, and he was ready and willing to do what it takes to get into tattooing. So, of course, I invited him in for an interview, had him bring some drawings, and from there, I basically have been torturing him. Basically making him do shit over and over and over again until I feel somewhat satisfied with the result.
So what you're saying is that you're not satisfied at all with the work that I have been currently doing.
No, I'm satisfied with your growth.
Okay.
So I'm very satisfied with your growth. But I would say, of course, we still got room to grow. We're still early in the thing, but you've definitely turned a huge corner artistically. I can see that you're learning to break images down better. You're able to really see things not as how we've talked about, okay, this is a leaf. Well, that's not a leaf. This shadow and this shadow and this shadow makes a leaf.
I'm normally, like you said, I've normally been run by numbers when it came down to me just doing all of my sketches. You can see where I was trying to always perfect those versus than actually just looking at the image and then taking another shape for what it is right there and there, and then going back to the motor, right?
Exactly. So
That
you
was-
definitely had a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Shortly, we'll be working on cover theory.
Again,
Yeah.
we started a little bit.
We started
and
with
then
Had to backtrack because those black and grays need a little bit more attention.
Yeah.
But your black and grays have gotten so much fun. Speaking of, let's see what we've got here. So he was supposed to bring me 5 drawings. He's been studying for a new place of employment. So that's good. Yay! So we kind of took a week off so he could adjust to the new job, new schedule, things like that. And so here we are. We've got here. Supposed to be Megan Good, more like one of the Olsen twins. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, but definitely not Megan. Megan Fox. Megan Fox.
It looks like your distributor cap's a little loose.
It actually does more look like Megan Good than it looks like Megan Fox. This one's okay. Fuck the DNA. Right? These are just little sketches he's got here. He's got some little doodlers.
Over unfinished.
These are This is what I call feelers. Where you're feeling out a design, feeling out some things, seeing, working it through. Okay, we got a nice letter. Ask him to do some lettering because we all know in tattooing, if you've never done it, the first things you start with are letters all day. You're gonna be doing a whole lot of. Can I get my boyfriend's name? Can I please get my boyfriend's name? So you start there. This next one, it's nice pen work.
Now my reference piece, I can actually show you.
Let me see this
one-
reference.
That one was fun, and I was doing that during a testing exam. So, mind you, I was not paying attention in my exam, but still passed my exam. Some people can pay attention and do other things.
Let's see this reference. Let's see what's going on. I'm assuming you'll pop up picture. I'm assuming you'll get a picture on the screen.
Like,
Betty.
oh yeah, like that. I actually looked at that. That was one of my best ones I feel like I made.
Definitely.
That was my reference. And that full brightness.
Not too shabby, not too shabby. Pretty darn close. Her head's a little small.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Unless she just Queen Thunder guys. She's just a BDL, but we don't know. Could be. What you think? What you guys think? She get a BDL? Is it real? Okay. That nice little cartoony guy. That's where I've seen
Spitfire.
this. I was like, where have I seen this thing? Yeah, I really wanted to play the game, but just did not have a system for it, and yep, I missed it. One of these days, I'll have time.
Chrome parts.
Is Chrome crossing his parts?
Yeah.
Not too bad, not too bad. Of course, work on smoothing that shading out a little bit, but I figured this is still your sketch.
Yeah.
And then this one, a rosary. Not too bad, but these pearls, these beadings need a little love. They're not bad, but
Also, shouts out to Lex because she was the one who requested this piece, so I'm saving that for her when I go to the board. If she wants me to do that.
That's okay. So yeah, overall not bad. These some good little sketches. Of course, you know this next week. If you have no testing.
Oh, no more testing.
No more testing? Oh, good. Good. You can start back on your homework with me.
Yay.
Yay.
At least it's look. I've always wanted to know what was your favorite piece.
this grow? What is that? Way better. Alien eye. Y'all should have been the day I went in on him about this eyeball. It should have been it.
I mean, told me that wasn't an eye, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, that's definitely an eye. She's like, yeah, no, have you ever seen a human with that type of eye? I was like, no. Alright.
Always a solid argument. When have you seen that in life? Just most of
You think so?
It's a good start. Yeah. Like the
That's what I
shapes you've
say.
got there, the palm is too short, but the intensity of the fingers is really nice. See, look, remember that last fold? Look at that one. Much better.
Now, I'm gonna say this for the channel. She knew I was BSing from the jump, and she wasn't gonna tell me anything until she actually saw what I could actually output.
Yep. No, he definitely treated me like you do your high school teachers, where you're like, they're never gonna fucking care, just give me the A.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, what is this?
Yeah, I kind of had to be like, cut the shit. Nigga, I got kids. You think I don't know a bullshitter when I fucking see one? I spent 10 years in management, training, and administration.
Hey, look.
Nigga, I don't know a
Some-
bullshitter.
You know, sometimes even management don't get.
Oh, yeah, this was a fun activity. So he tried to do Megan Fox a few times. I like to make him repeat stuff. And so let me see.
I want you to know, I spent day after day after day after day after day for this.
Better, but not Megan Fox. Best Megan Fox so far. I actually did this Megan Fox.
Yeah, she did that.
I did this Megan Fox side by side because I was bitching at him too much, and so I was like, you know what? Let me show you. And this took me like what, 20 minutes or some shit?
Wait, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like,
Mind you, that one took me the entire time that we were doing this.
yeah. But you can see his progress, right? And that's really where we're at with it. Is the understanding of shadows, understanding proportions, you know. Although there are people who definitely look like this is not what Megan Fox looks like. And we just get a little closer, a little closer. You can even see the definition in the nose getting better, how he could understand the shadows along the nose line. But even further than here is understanding that there are shadows within those shadows. And so much growth. We love that.
I feel like she doesn't really have a solid one that she likes yet. I feel like she's kind of back and forth between the two.
Yeah. Because of course most of these I can murmur about. But they're all practice pieces, so that's the entire point. So we can murmur about what details and where our strengths are, where our weaknesses are.
Which is like, yeah, noticing the difference on the other one.
All right. So this, I never seen intensify yet. Definitely back on the eyelashes, going through the shading on the cheekbone, stuff like that. Still not in love with this one. I still prefer this one.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. I can see that. I feel like out of all of this, the most one that you feel like is the most well worked in.
But I think it's also because it was a subject you probably don't do. And so you couldn't rely on your brain autofill. You had to look at the pictures. Because you don't draw flowers.
My brain was like, yeah, go back to the pictures. We're not autofilling this one.
Believe it or not, this one.
You know what? You know what's funny? That is a fan favorite amongst everybody who I show my schedule to. They go, that is their most favorite. My grandma loves that one. She's like, that is the most lifelike one.
It is. You did a really great job on the teeth, capturing that little bottom shadow. And even the little shadows within your teeth. A lot of people miss that your teeth have texture.
Rhythmic, you know?
Yeah, it has quite a bit of texture. So I feel like this one is great. We caught the emotion, the softness in her mouth. This one's really nice. If I had a second favorite, where did it go?
My grandma hates that one.
This one's actually really great.
She hates all kind of that one. She's like, she thinks it's the one.
Of course she does.
But it's from Ezra.
Yeah, but no, I really love this one. The only thing with this one is it feels a little unfinished, just a tiny bit.
Where do you think?
I think in the hair. And then I feel like the shadows underneath her jaw could be strengthened up a little bit. Like you could get a little bit more intense with this one. I think if you went and just like hit those heavy blacks in a couple spots, this would feel complete. But yeah, this one probably will be my favorite when you add the shadows in it. But overall,
No, that one. I feel like if anything, it's the Crimson Lady that is my favorite.
of course, the Crimson Lady's my favorite. It's really good. It's not bad.
But I know where I feel like I know what you're about to say. It is how my color blends in. Yeah, because every time I look at it, I'm like, it's good, but it's not as good as I want it to look.
Yeah, it's like almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one will be one you will redo at some point. As part of our color theory study. Hey, it could be birds again.
No. No.
Do you want more birds?
God.
We love
no.
birds.
God. No. Please. Please. No.
So many doves. So many doves. You thought he did Megan good a lot? Or Megan... God, I don't mean Megan good. Megan Fox a lot. He did a lot of doves. And this is probably not counting how many times I made him erase the same page over and over and over again.
Bird.
There's a bird in there somewhere.
After bird, after bird, after fucking bird, I was like, God damn it, when does it stop? But hey, look, I'm not gonna lie, I learned after a while. But she's so interesting.
I think the birds is where I went off the most. I was like, bruh, you give me one more funky ass bird,
yeah,
bro.
here we go. I feel like out of all birds, this was the best one, but she still says that it is too bold within the wings. I don't.
This is not a bad bird. This is not a bad bird. But it is still not giving me what I'm asking. It's like almost what we need. So these back shadows are much closer. You want to have really soft, but this feels so drawn in. This feels so drawn in. It's like the bird's face is right. And then this one is almost right. This is almost right. And then you've got why? It's your best. It's your best bird.
Rest of
This is your best bird by far. But that's okay. We'll have a day to do birds again.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
One day
This
we'll
time
get
I
back to
choose
the
a
birds.
bird. I'm not going for this. I'm not going for a dove. I got tortured with these.
Good, because you're gonna do. Do you know how many doves I do?
I mean,
A bajillion doves. That's why I can like literally freehand a dove. Because it's like, you know how many doves I've looked at? How many dove photos I have?
muscle memory.
Yeah. And what's great about that too is because you do them so much, and because that muscle memory is there. If you were to lose your stencil, or right, or sometimes you've seen like, were you here when I had to replace that stencil? Oh, you were. And I ended up just like, fuck it, we're gonna have to like figure this out, you know? Because that can happen. Sometimes people's body parts bend weird ways, like especially in the arms. Like some people's arms will literally come straight and then like, and it's like fucking sideways, and you're like, what's wrong with your shit?
Like, are you shitty human? Are you alien?
Are you okay?
Like,
Is that broken? But no. So that'll help you in those cases. So, as much as I do torture you, it's definitely for a good reason. is because they're going to be the things you do the absolute most when you first start. And once you master those things, like that'll roll right over into other concepts. You know, if you're able to master making a feather look soft, imagine how many other things you can make soft. But yeah, no, you're doing good, and I'm ready to get this in a high gear.
Well, that's part of the video. Onward to a little smoke sesh with the homies, and then freestyle, and then tomorrow we'll be back at the studio. So we'll have some time out to talk to Miss V again, and most likely
Might tattoo the rest of my life.
we also might have a montage of tattoos, she said. So there'll be that. Also, I know I said that we was going to the art museum. Our museum will be set for another time. That will be for part 2 of the video.